I know people make the argument like, well, Rey just became a badass out of nowhere. But at the same time, that's a bad argument due to the reason of Anakin became a badass out of nowhere.
Luke as well.
And
So,
Luke also. So that's not a good argument. But my
sure.
argument against Rey is just that, like, her character didn't feel like she necessarily worked as hard. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like, yeah, I know both Luke and Anakin became a badasses out of nowhere. But, like,
it was implied that Anakin had training.
Well, no, Anakin, but at the same time, you know, when he was a kid and blowing up the space station, but Anakin was like...
Oh, yeah, no, that was stupid.
Yeah.
True.
Like, you know, like... But the thing is that, like, he just doesn't feel compelling as a character.
You don't like... Okay, this is an argument I can totally get behind. I think that's a good argumentation. You think that her arc is fulfilling, that her arc is engaging for you, and that is fine. She can be like uninteresting for you. I like this argumentation. That's fine.
Yeah, because
I don't agree with that, but that's okay.
I feel like people unfairly shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I exclude like so hard. Oh, it's so annoying.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily like her arc, but at the same time, you know, if you're going to say that, like, oh, she became a badass out of nowhere, why is she doing this and that? I'm just like, remember,
yeah, and you also have to hate Luke and Anakin for this.
Blew up the space station as a kid. Remember that?
Yeah, again, if
That's
you
canon.
hate Rey because she's a badass, or because she pretty much can do shit without thinking about it, or because the Force guides her so strongly, or stuff like this, you need to have to hate Luke and Anakin for the same reason. That's just how it is, and many people
like, I feel like the way JJ can save this is if he reveals in Episode 9 that Kylo was lying about Rey's origin and that she isn't a nobody and that she has some hidden talent.
Either that, or what I also would love to see is flip the script and make Rey the bad guy at the end and let Kylo come back to the good side.
I mean, that makes sense. Like, because the thing is that
Rey has all the parts of the villain backstory, and Kylo has all the part of the protagonist backstory. And they flipped the switch in the script in the first movie of making pretty much the bad guy backstory be the hero of the story, which was interesting. But then the way they pretty much went to the second movie really sees Rey embracing her darkness and Kylo struggling to keep his darkness. If they pretty much went in exactly this different ways pretty much in the last movie, this would be really compelling, in my opinion.
I like what D-Wade said. Oh, he will if the leaks are true. I'm just like, yeah. I hope not.
I didn't watch the movie. I didn't watch the movie, so that's why I'm not really talking that much in this. But didn't Rey like win her first lightsaber fight
with him?
Yeah, yes, sort of.
Yeah.
To explain this, Rey, as like a very force sensitive with like limited experience with a lightsaber, but a lot of experience in martial training, fought a Kylo Ren who was shot with Chewie's bowcaster, like in the lower abdomen or the leg, and who was toying with Rey, and she had the ability to like, in a way, surprise him with her actual acumen, and like he pretty much had a lapse in judgment, and she disarmed him. Whoop de frickin' do!
I don't necessarily like what they did.
I don't really believe that. She been like, if I see this is like correct, she's been like fighting her whole life with like a bow staff. That doesn't transfer to swords.
Well, also a lightsaber, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah, she isn't. And if you look at the choreography, she sucks at fighting with a lightsaber. But what I'm saying is that she is no.
If they had given her,
like, she is not a demure maiden. never fought before. She
If they
knows
gave her-
stuff like
If they'd
footwork. And,
given her one of the old,
The dual-sided lightsabers.
yeah, the dual-sided lightsabers, that would have been a lot more fitting.
yeah, I
Like,
agree. Saber
Instead of
staff
just
would
randomly
have
giving
been
her
cool.
Luke's lightsaber. What?
Like a saber staff would have been cool. Like she having a saber staff would totally make sense, and I would have loved this more.
And then she
I'm
also,
just saying, like, you know what Chewie's bowcaster does, right?
yeah, it
If a
fucking-
dude is shot by this gun, he gets
blown.
hurled from his fucking feet and thrown like 10 meters across the room. Actually, as seen in the movie, and it's hilarious. And
Yeah.
Kylo was shot with that, and like he was toying with Rey.
Oh yeah, she knew the
so-
Jedi mind trick without even trying. That was another
Well,
weird thing.
that goes back to the argument of, well, then you have to hate Luke and Anakin too if you hate that. Because Luke and Anakin do have some bullshit. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
same.
But
yeah,
I'll call them out for their bullshit, but it's a different form of bullshit. Like,
yeah, this
having the ability to use a power that you don't even know exists.
Okay, yeah. Like, okay, the thing is like, Luke and Anakin's bullshit was not, like, intentional bullshit. You know what I mean? They didn't necessarily know what they're doing. It's just that the Force guided them.
The
Rey
one
used
thing
the-
I would actually say is that Rey actually, if I recall correctly, Rey knew about the Jedi at one, like her stories or whatever, because she knew about Han Solo and Chewbacca, and so she at least would have known about like
Stories,
at least
but-
Luke's.
But
Luke's
Luke never
story.
used the Jedi mind trick, and neither did Darth Vader in any of the movies. Only
Yeah.
Ben Solo did,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Ben Kenobi did. That's it. And he didn't exist in Luke's life long enough for him
For Luke
to
to-
know. Yeah, for him to learn it. So literally, that trick wasn't around for the stories.
I'm just like thinking what one thing.
No, it's just a really bad. Let's just all admit it's a really bad fuck up in the writers'
They really wanted to show her.
I'm trying to
Force powers.
Was
they,
it like that?
Yeah, it should have
never
been. It should have been
that?
Star Killer. It should have been. It should have been Star Killer-esque raw force power instead of that bullshit.
Yeah. This. I mean, if Luke never if Luke never actually used the Jedi mind trick, this would actually be a little bit weird. Like if yes, and this would then be definitely a fuck up on the part
didn't.
of the writer.
I do not remember a single time he used that.
I do not
Luke
either,
never
but I
used
don't.
the
I
Jedi
can't.
Wait,
I
didn't
can't,
he?
like,
Wait,
say
no, did he
that
use
that
it
he
on
did.
one orc thing guard?
No, he choked him.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
that's right.
choked them. He
So
just
then-
choked the bitch.
So then, yeah, it makes no sense.
If that is the case, right, then like it's like those stories pretty much never like were able to pass down with the Jedi magic. Then the one scene with the Jedi mind trick in particular is
Fucking
like
stupid.
bad for canonical reason, but I think it's still a nice and funny scene.
Did you see like it during like the
Hey,
throne
guys.
room fight? What?
Do you guys want to watch me stream Disco Elysium? It's
What?
a funny RPG game where you have to roll for everything that you do.
No.
God, that would be that sounds awful.
But like
Actually,
Let's watch it. That sounds awful. Let's watch it.
All right, go
like
live.
I'm not for hate watches. Alright, well,
But and what I will say, if you notice in like the throne room fight in like the Last Jedi, there was a point where Rey was.
oh,
fighting
the throne room
guard.
fight is so bad. But it's bad because it's coming up. It's so fucking bad, that throne room fight.
There was a point where Rey was fighting a guard with like dual whatevers, and then like either he or she got him in some sort of hold, and the guard could have easily killed Rey with his second weapon, but because they didn't want to, you know, have her die like that, they edited out the weapon.
No, I think the problem with that is just like the choreography, like the literal choreography on point, like were for one badly thought out, and on the other hand, both actors weren't really able to keep up. You literally see in the movies, in the shot they used the movie. This is one of the few like instances where I'm really pissed. Where the stuntmen who are the guards, right? Where the stuntmen literally like twirling in the background or doing incredibly long wind-ups just so that the actors have time to raise their fucking blades.
Also, no.
Also, why wouldn't Ray be aware of her force abilities when she's younger?
Not necessarily.
But kids, literally, the Jedi, the whole point was that because they could tell that babies had it.
Yeah, but only adult Jedi could tell that
I
they.
know, but kids would.
Oh wait, remember the scene in Episode 8 where the kid like force brings over?
Yeah, that also is incredibly.
When babies have the force, fucking Cad Bane, not a
The
fucking force user.
shit,
It's like,
yeah,
this baby
again,
has fucking
like
magic
some of
sauce.
those scenes are so bad.
But it's still canon. So you gotta bring it in. Gotta bring it in the light.
Great. But yes, my problem is most of the thing is people attribute like shittiness of this of this movie in particular on like single scene or like their idea of
A scene can make or break a movie.
characters, and I just think that is unfair.
There is a scene where Ray kind of should have died. Like,
You mean half the scenes that he's in?
like
Yeah,
in the,
that is the general. That is Ray is in a constant state of panic of dying in the first
like
movie.
no, like in the filming part where she was fighting the guard with dual lightsabers. They got to like a point in the fight where like either the guard or Ray had the other in hold, and the guard could have easily stabbed her back with his second blade, but he didn't, and they literally carried it out.
Yeah, you
weapon.
said that already.
I just want to make it clear. It's just so bad.
Yeah, again,
So
this
losing.
and I just say this is on the choreographed first that they pretty much like fucked up. There is a really great like video from Corridor Digital, or at least from the second channel, Corridor Pro, about stuntmen like who react to specific stunt scenes, and like there's one where they react to this